International Women's Day is Inspire Inclusion, and I'm curious from your perspectives on how the National Bank of Rwanda has been inspiring inclusion. So we'll start with Pearl. What does inclusion mean to you, especially coming from the strategy department? How does the National Bank of Rwanda put inclusion in their strategy? So walk us through that.
I think, to me at least, inclusion is embracing diversity. It's accommodating all groups of people, irrespective of their gender, their age, maybe even their abilities, and creating or enabling an environment for them to thrive in an environment that they otherwise would not be included or even thriving in. So I think it's creating equal opportunity for all sorts of groups, and ensuring that if they're in your space, then they have everything they need to excel and thrive.
Violet, you're a recent mother. So how has the National Bank of Rwanda made you feel included? What facilities are there for you as a young mother?
The National Bank has made great strides towards supporting mothers, and it has done so with their policies that allow us to work from home after the maternity leave. So you get to spend that time with your baby, and then you also get to work from home after that. So it allows you to manage your time wisely. BNR has created an environment that gives mothers that sense of peace and sense of I'm not worried about my child, because I've had that enough time to spend with them as well, and also being able to create that food for them, even when you're away from home.
So, most people might not understand the importance of inclusion, so maybe you can let us know and the audience what inclusion might mean to them, how it enriches their work and beyond.
Well, inclusion in the workplace, first of all, it's kind of hard to grasp in the beginning until you've actually been in an environment that's inclusive. So in BNR has really fostered an environment that is really particular about inclusion and about making sure that everyone feels that they're welcome in the same environment. So in that perspective at work, you get to engage with a diverse range of ideas, a broad range of perspectives, and that's really important for problem solving, especially the work that we do. You need to see the bigger picture, and an inclusive environment is one of the key catalysts for that. And also, on top of that, when you're working in an inclusive environment, it also increases your engagement, because regardless of age, regardless of gender, you feel that you're heard, you feel that your opinions are valued, and that actually causes you to actually engage more and put forth your ideas, because you know that they will be received. And outside work also, of course, when you work in an inclusive environment, that's something that you tend to notice when other environments aren't like that. So it's something that you kind of like want to push forward on the outside, and also kind of increases empathy. So you hear these ideas all around, but once you've actually been part of something like that, then you also truly understand what the meaning of inclusion and the importance of it is. So kind of become an ambassador for inclusion outside the workplace.
The biggest achievement when it comes on the side of the bank, when it comes to inclusion, first of all, I'll talk on the part of someone who is coming from financial inclusion. We are in charge of inclusion. There is a specific focus of groups that we have to focus on, and these are people that are excluded financially. So we see this in numbers, we see this in Finiscope surveys. When we compare the Finiscopes, let's say 2016, to the recent one, which is 2020, we see a number of people, women that grew from form of financial inclusion, right now at 74%, and from 63%, that is a reference of Finiscope 2016 report. And we see the number of women who are banked also increased from 24% in 2016 to 34%. This is a big achievement to the bank. People used to fear the central bank, especially women or ladies, young girls. You feel like you don't belong to a central bank because it's huge, it's big for them. And the number used to be less, but the number of women that were there, like, let's say 10 years ago, it's not the same that we have. At least we are even above I think the law says that it's 30%, at least government institutions are supposed to go beyond 30% of the female representation in their institution, and BNR is above that number.
All right, guys, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. Thank you, Ivan, for the time. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Violet. Thank you, Rita. I hope that we can all continue to inspire inclusion in our workplace and beyond.